And welcome back, guys. I've been a little bit busy. One of the things I wanted to make sure I had done before we got back was to make sure we had plenty of resources, and I'm sure I'll need to get some more. But I went through and using the cobblegen, I got quite a bit of stone, or cobblestone, almost to the point of actually a full single chest. I hammered from the cobblegen. I hammered 3 single chests full of gravel. 2 of those I hammered into sand, and one of the sand ones I hammered into dust. And then I spent a few hours sifting all of those, and the results are here in these 3 double chests. This is all that I got from sifting the gravel. This is what I got from sifting the sand, and this is what I got for sifting the dust. Now the sifter I was using, in one of the rewards, remember I got a bunch of colored bricks, and I took some of those colored bricks and I went in and I put a sort of a brick area around the sieve, and I put I used some of the vanilla mechanics, so that as I sifted or sieved the gravel or sand or dust, that normally, if you remember, it flies up. Well, with it flying up, I put in a hopper, and so it went through the hopper, landed on top, and then went over to here, which then ultimately went into this one, into this chest. But I made sure that everything around it was a full block, so that it would only go into the hoppers. I also had to fix the outside here because there were a bunch of micro blocks. It looked a lot like this, and so I had to change it up so that they were solid blocks. As far as I know, there was no loss. Should have went straight up because there is an air block right above the sifter. I don't have another chest. Let me see. I'll use one of these for right now. There is an air block up here. So it'll come through and it flies up into here and falls back on top of the hopper. So do I have any more gravel? I don't think I have any more gravel. All I have is cobblestone. So what I'm going to do is quickly go grab, I'll go grab, say, maybe 8 or 16 gravel. One, 2, 3, and so on. I set, if you'll notice, there's a wooden plank back there. I put the wooden plank back there so that I could basically lean on the keys or on the mouse buttons, so that either with a pickaxe or with a hammer, there was no possibility of losing or breaking that block behind there. So it makes it a little easier. If I had obsidian, I would put obsidian back there. So to give you an example, see, this is where the sieve is, and I basically just sit here and hold on the right mouse button on the sieve, and it's going to, as you can see in Waylay at the top of the screen, it's going through and sifting the gravel. And so for quite a few hours, I would take sand and gravel and dust and basically sift it. And in doing that, like I said earlier, it pops up, goes through the first hopper, falls back on top of the hopper, and since the hopper is pointed to the hopper to the right of it, or to my right, it will go into that hopper, and then that one's pointed to the chest beside there. So that was 16 pieces of gravel, and this is what came from it. So I've been using that to grab all to sift through that rather easily. And as you can see from the chest over here, there's a lot that I got from sifting. 16 diamonds. And I think, yeah, 1 diamond over there. So I have 17 diamonds at the moment. Where did these come from? That's strange. Anyways, so today I am going to go through and make some autonomous activators and set up, I think, based on my notes here, autonomous activator needs 2 diamonds and 2 emeralds. If I do 2 or 3, so with 16 diamonds, let me make sure I have the same number of emeralds. I have 11 and 17, so I have 17 and 17. Good. So I can basically do 8 autonomous activators, and I can that would mean if I line things up, I can put 2. I can do 3 autonomous activators on one sieve, 3 on a second one, and then 2 on a third one. And what that'll do is that'll get us ready for some pulverizers and some igneous extruders. And those will actually help us to sort of create a assembly line for sifting, for creating cobble, pulverizing it to gravel, sifting the gravel, pulverizing sand, or pulverizing the gravel into sand, and sifting the sand, and then pulverizing sand into dust and sifting dust. What I will end up doing, what I've done in the past, is I will then, and I got the idea from Direwolf. He, in their Agrarian Skies, they did sort of a similar device, I guess you could say, with water on top, and the water was sending all of the items that were sifted from the gravel and the sand and the dust, and made it travel all the way down to the end into a hopper and into a chest. So I am basically going to do the same thing, but what I was going to do is and we'll see in a little bit, I'll show you what I'm going to put together, but basically I'm going to, let me grab some stone here and I'll kind of show you what I was going to do. So each sieve, and I'll use this as a sieve, for each one of these I'm going to have a autonomous activator on one side, autonomous activator on the opposite side, and an autonomous activator underneath, and later on have one on one of the third sides. I may go as far as having 5 activators, autonomous activators on each sieve. So this would be 4 with 1 on the bottom for that autonomous activator, and that's what I want. Then have another autonomous activator here pointing to this sieve with autonomous activator there, one underneath, and one right here. So as you can see, we'll have 5 autonomous activators on this one, 5 on this one, and then 5 on this one. One of the things I want to check out is to make sure if I put water at the end of one of these, say right here, will it travel far enough? So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, that'll go on top of there. Can't really do that, can I? So I may not be able to do that. What I may have to do is may not be able to do 5. Now I can do 5 once I get some vacuum hoppers, but at the moment I don't have any vacuum hoppers. So if I have an autonomous activator here for this sieve and oops, put it there, that would put 4 on this one, 4 on that one, and have another one here, sieve, and I'm probably saying that wrong, it's either sieve or sieve. But if I do that, then if I put the water here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that'll give me plenty of space to put hoppers. And so that way, basically what we'll end up with is sort of a trough. Like this. And we'll probably go up one more level on either side just to make sure that the items don't inadvertently fly out over the edge. And then the water will take the items down through here to a couple of hoppers and to a set of chests. Okay. All right. So that's kind of what we're going to do today. So let me get the supplies together. I'll put all of the items needed for crafting in a chest, and then we'll get going on building out as many of these as we can initially, and get the hoppers going so that we can get this set up. I'll probably put it off onto a platform off to the side, and one of the things I'd like to do is to go through and make this look a little bit nice, which means what I was thinking is kind of having a building for the different things that we're going to do. So let me think through where I want to put this. I may put it out in here. I'll have maybe one here and one here, with maybe the pulverizers and whatnot in the middle. That may be a little better, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I will come right back and we'll get started on building out that. Okay, so if we look at what does an autonomous activator require? We need 2 diamonds, 2 emeralds. To Invar. We need one chest, one piston, and one pneumatic servo. I think a couple of things. I believe I can do for Invar. Yes, I can do dust. So I should have plenty of. Let's try that. 2 iron and 1 nickel. Let's see what happens here. No. It actually says ferrous. Right iron, but the wrong ferrous. Well, it looks like I don't have enough for an induction smelter. Yeah, I can't do an induction smelter just yet. I could do smeltery, and that looks like what my best options are. So I'm going to go create a simple smeltery. That means I'm going to need more clay, which means I need more dust. So I'm going to go hammer some more dust.